everyone. Happy Easter, Resurrection Day, whatever one you celebrate. I celebrate Resurrection Day, so yeah. I am kind of bored, so I just decided to do this movie and kind of show you all of my dolls all together in one movie. And yeah, and kind of in order how I got them. Not too many, just have 4 currently, but I thought a lot of people do these videos and I'm bored, so why not? Yeah, there's nobody here celebrating Easter with me. So, it's okay. Alright, so probably the first thing that, first one that I got was Molly. And I just changed her into an Easter type outfit. So what happened with Molly was that I was an Irish dancer at the time and was going to Feshes, and Fesh is a competition for Irish dancers and a dance competition. And I saw this little girl. Now, when I was growing up, we had the Pleasant Company dolls, and my parents, like some of you guys, couldn't ever, like I never got one. We could never afford one. And so I never had them, and growing up, and so I saw at this Fesh, I saw this little girl, because the girls, little girls compete too, with probably a Just Like You doll, with this type of Irish dancer dress on. And at that time I was collecting Irish dancer girls, so I went on American Girl and I got the Irish dancer dress, which is Nellie's dress of today. I believe it's been retired now. I'm not sure. I know definitely Nellie has. So it came with little socks and the little gillies, and it came with the tiara and then a tiara for the girls. And so I needed a doll there, so I went onto eBay and purchased Molly secondhand. So she is an older doll. She's Pleasant Company at the back of the neck. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's stamped Pleasant Company right up here. Sorry, I'm on my webcam. See Pleasant Company. So her hair has always been kind of on the ratty side. I did a downy dunk, I've done washing, I've done flat ironing, and I've done clipping. And so I was thinking, and you can see her face is kind of dirty too. That could probably come off with some magic eraser. I was thinking about. All right, so my next doll, I love the historical dolls. So she was years and years and years ago. I don't know how, and I've always had the books, so I had the whole Samantha collection, the whole Kirsten collection, and all of Molly. I was a little too old. I was kind of growing out of that stage, but I have a Felicity book. So Felicity and Addie were the dolls when I was kind of growing out of dolls. Not ever doll collecting, but out of the American Girl dolls, and reading their books, because I knew I could never get a doll, just because they were so expensive. So, as an adult, one of my friends who's similar to my age, she was in love with them too, and her mom got her a doll recently, and so that's kind of how I guess I got back into it. Started watching a lot of YouTube clips on what you girls were doing with your dolls, and just got excited about collecting American Girl dolls. Like I said, I always collected porcelain dolls, and in this video I'll show you some of the porcelain dolls that are still in my room. Some of them are out in the garage. Some of them I'm probably like getting rid of, like selling, but I've always collected dolls and always been interested in dolls, especially historical dolls. So anyway, long story short, I started getting back into them and heard that Felicity was retiring, so I really wanted to get her. So she's my first brand new doll. She's my first doll from the company, and that was actually shipped to me. So I am very excited about her. I love her being as she's my first doll. I mean, I love Molly too, but I don't know. She just reminds me of me. And so again, she's a historical doll. So yep. So what I did, I had Elizabeth on there. So she came. You'll have to check the dates on my site. Sorry, it's not up. So she came fairly recently. I've only had her for a couple of months. Her hair at the bottom is starting to get a little dry, and so being new to dolls, if you guys have any ideas on how to fix her hair at the bottom from being dry. It's not frizzy, it's just getting dry. So yeah, so that is Felicity. They're all in their meet outfits except for Molly. Molly has her meet outfit. It's out in the garage. I can't find it. This is what happens when you move places several times. Things get packed up and put where you can't find them anymore, and you move them, and yeah. So her stuff is out. Her meat stuff is out in the garage. All right. So yeah, and anyway, watching videos. Really got interested in Lainey. Just from what I watched from you guys and heard about her from you guys, and being that as I now work as a naturalist and teach kids how to be naturalists and how to take care of the environment and things like that, I thought she is a perfect doll for me. She reminds me of me. She's a little bit feisty. She's a naturalist. She loves nature. Only thing that is different is her blonde curly hair. I have curly hair. It's straight right now. I straightened it, but yeah, I have curly hair. I used to have blonde highlights. Now they're dyed in. But that's what happens when you get older. You gotta dye your hair. Put what those natural highlights used to be. So anyway, so yeah, so I really got obsessed with her. So I decided that I needed her, and so I love her to death. She's a mini-me with blonde hair. Blonde, really curly hair. My hair's not that curly, but blonde, really curly hair. So, yeah. I thank Forever AGs, Lizzie, and Sarah Stevens Loaded Dancer for how to manage their hair. So, her hair is actually looking really good for me. Yeah, being new to dolls. Dolls that you can brush their hair. Anyway, moving on. So that's Lainey, and again, you'll have to check the website for when she came. So that's number 3. And then I was watching a lot of YouTube, and saw the cute little mini dolls, and had to kind of find out what they were all about, and my Borders had a sale on them, so I picked up 2. So I have Molly, and I have Ruthie. So yeah, quick story about Molly. Even though her hair annoys me, she was my first doll. I love them all to death, and she's the least one that I thought I was going to be most like, but I took the quiz on AmericanGirl.com, and apparently I'm a Molly, so I have 2 of them now. So I wanted one with her little cute hair. I will probably eventually get another Molly. We'll see. That's way down the road. I'm not even planning on it. So yeah. And then Ruthie is one of the girls that I want to get. My best friend has kids. It says on my not my website, but my my YouTube website. My best friend, the one that I was talking about before, she got kits, and she has blonde hair and straight blonde hair, and I think that it would be really adorable if I got Ruthie, because Ruthie has curly brown hair, and that's what I have, and they're best friends, and so that's why I'm getting Ruthie instead of Kit. So, but I'm going to collect all of Kit's clothes as well, and just put them on Ruthie. So, yeah. Alright. I watched the Kit movie. I have not read any of the Kit books. Alright, so my last doll that I got because she was retiring and she's Felicity's best friend, I got Elizabeth. I had to take her hair out because it was just bugging me. There were little pieces everywhere, and so I eventually took her hair out. But I have a video on how to rebraid Elizabeth's hair. So if you're watching this and you don't know how, go ahead and watch my video. I do it just like that when I want to rebraid it. But right now, that's what her hair looks like. I call it a Queen Anne French braid. It would have been about the time, well, maybe a little bit earlier time period than Elizabeth, but they would have worn their hair like this. I used to do it on myself. So yeah, I did it on her. I guess I can show you a how-to video. I don't get a lot of video hits, so I'm not sure like what people want to see and what they don't want to see. So if you're watching this and you want to learn how to do a Queen Anne French braid, go ahead and comment, and I will do a how-to video. So yeah. Alright, so she is my last doll currently. Yep, she's got her pearl earrings in and not the dangly ones yet. So that's the total of 4 dolls with Too Many Dolls. I have 2 dolls that I want to get currently on my website, and it's Ruthie and Rebecca. 2 R names. Ruthie and Rebecca I want to get. I've also been looking into getting a Just Like You doll, and I had a question, so if anybody of you guys who are out there who actually watch my videos or whatever can tell me, that would be great. So with the Just Like You dolls, I've seen the ones on the website. Now I know because I dye my hair, I know that I can either choose, whatever hair color I want to choose. I want to get one that looks like me though. So yeah, so I have the brown, usually brown hair. And I just want to know if the girls on the website, on the American Girl website, the Just Like You dolls, are the same at the store. Like, are there more at the store? Are there more variety at the store? Or are they're all online? That's what I want to know. So are there more dolls at the LA American Girl place when I go down there in June? Hopefully go down there in June. We're still working on it. Oh my gosh, that's what happens. Alright, so, because I'm looking for a doll with brown hair. I definitely like the dolls with bangs because I have bangs now. Now with my eyes, I know they look brown. They're kind of between brown and hazel. I used to be hazel as a kid, hazel eyes, and they're more golden than anything else. So is there, like, because I can't find, I know there's a hazel-eyed doll, but she doesn't have light skin. Or the hazel-eyed dolls have blonde hair, not brown hair. So basically what I'm looking for is a brown-haired, hazel-eyed doll, light skin.